What's up, YouTube's Iridius here with another how-to video. This is an advanced tips and trick. This is tier 2 and tier 3. Cooking. Alright, cooking's pretty easy. It's a little confusing at first. To cook, all you need is 4 items and 4 water. Let's see. To learn the recipe, you need like one piece of meat, and just put in, you have all 4 items. So whatever number of water you have will be the number of items you get back. If you have 4 liters of water, you will get 4 pieces or 4 plates back. You hit cook. Now your items to cook. As you can see on the bottom, it says 3 soups because we only had 3 water. And the people are going to either take it and put it in the warehouse or put it on this table. If this table is full, they will stop cooking. The warehouse guy should come and get the stuff, but a lot of time he doesn't. So if you empty the table, drop it on your cooking rack, the cooking will continue. Alright, getting iron. First of all, you need to find a cave. And they're easily found if you hit your Z or Z button. They will light up bright orange like this. Once you build your cave, you go inside. Now ours is mined out a little bit, but as you can see, our worker is doing the work. Good job, buddy. There's going to be one big wall right here that you have to break through. You have to break through a couple walls. Once inside, you're looking for this cave wall. Take a pickaxe and hit it. Of course. Sir, I need your pickaxe. I need your pickaxe. Be careful. Once you get certain parts of the cave, there are creatures inside. When you hit them, they go pink because they are critical spots on the cave. Once you have broke the wall down, then you simply just pick it up off the ground. Your NPCs will put stone and iron outside. Once this fills up, the warehouse worker will come and get them. It is best to have a road to increase the speed in which they can travel to and from your base. We got lucky and our cave is right around the corner. Making iron. Making iron is a multiple step process. For the most part, I let the NPCs handle this because there is a lot to it. Firstly, you need, once you have the iron ore that you need, place it into the furnace. With the furnace lit with coal, simply go to the bellows and pump it. You have to keep the temperature between the 2 marks in the center to get the best results. For the most part, I do let my NPCs handle this 100% because it's very time consuming, and if you mess it up, you will get iron slag, which is useless. Another good tip on this is to have 2 NPCs with overlapping schedules, one for night shift, one for day shift, to make sure that not only the iron keeps flowing, but when one is done, the other will simply pick up where they left off and reduce the chance of you getting lag. Making coal. Coal is very useful for iron and also can be used in fireplaces. It burns a lot longer than wood will. This is another task that I have NPCs handle for the most part. They run around the world gathering all the firewood from the chopped down trees, as long as you have the markers in that area. I'll show you that in a little bit. So simply load this spot up here with 20 firewood, ignite it. Once it burns down, then you have a stack of coal. Coal storage is behind the building and also can be placed inside your warehouse. Making iron weapons. Now, making iron weapons is a cool little process. First, you have to add fuel, which is coal. Has to be coal, cannot be anything else. Once you add your coal, you ignite it. When you open up the menu, you can see the iron heating up. Now this is iron bloom, not iron ore. Once your iron goes orange, that means it is at temperature and can now be molded into metal. Simply click your anvil, pick the item you want. Let's go with something simple, iron blade. Hit begin. The goal is to knock off all the little black things. Rotate it till you hear the ting sound. There it is. Rotate it. Each item has 4 sides that you have to knock off the little black pieces for. Once all the little black pieces are gone, throw it in the quench. Make sure you have water in here. Now that you have your iron item, pick it up. Alright, now that you have your blade, you go over to your crafting table. We made a blade, so we want to make a knife. Also can make a small iron sword, but we don't have the leather on us to do so. Simply hit craft. Now you have this pretty homemade knife that you can use for yourself or for your hunters so that they can gather meat and leather at a much faster rate. Carpentry. Carpentry uses hardwood. The only way to get hardwood is from birch trees. You have to have a metal weapon or a metal axe to get the hardwood from the birch. First of all, you have to have wood. Hardwood, which is from a birch tree. As you can see, my number 2 is a metal axe. Simply beat up the poor birch tree, take your hardwood, run it back to base. Thank you, sir. And you cannot jump. I'm gonna toss that over the fence. So, on this table here, there's 2 tables inside the carpentry. This one, using a hardwood log, which we have, you can make a post or a wood beam if you're using a hardwood long stick. This one, sorry, I'm trying to do a tutorial here. Give me my log. Excuse you. And this one, you can make wood shafts out of hardwood long sticks or 2 wood planks out of hardwood logs. This one you use an axe to do. This one requires another tool called the iron draw knife. Simply place your item, pick which one you want. If you don't hit Q and come into this menu, simply hop on, scrape. Once you hear that noise, there's no more numbers popping up, you flip the log. Flip it. Flip it. Bam. Markers / flags. Markers and flags are very important. They tell your NPCs where else they can go to gather the items for their crafting table. such as your wood, stone, food, building resources, and hunting. Most of them are very self-explanatory. Hunting's for the hunting tent. Food and foraging is for all your onions and anything on the floor. Stone is for your stone, and wood is for wood. Building resource marker is also important. For example, if you cut down an entire forest and there was stuff everywhere, if you have a building resource marker, if they need an item that is on that floor and it is not in your base, they will run out there and grab it. It's a good way to clean up the floor, especially all the massive amount of firewood that will be everywhere. Patrol marker, also very important. Patrol marker helps the morale of your NPCs. Placing one patrol marker and then placing another will give your guard a point A and point B to go to and from. This will keep your people happy and also help with the debuff of work anxiety. If there is a guard on patrol, work anxiety is not a thing. So real quick, we're going to drop us a marker, show you where we're at. Right here I have a group of markers. I like to put my markers in all of them down in one area, and then one big hunting one. Each one of your buildings has its initial markers, and then wherever you put the markers afterwards is where your NPCs will go. Right here we have a building resource marker, and we currently have no markers in this area here. They are very simple to make. 1 rope, 3 sticks. So we got a lot of trees right here, so we just want to say, hey, I would like my wood cutters come out here and use this area for trees. Bam. And now we have this big green area that the woodcutter will now utilize this area for wood as well. Earth walls. This is not technically a part of the game as far as how intended, but it is very useful. Earth walls cannot be destroyed, and they are a perfect way to defend your building. They do take a lot of time to do, so let's go through this real quick and show you how to do it. As you can see here, I have some earth walls I have started already, but we'll show you how we get started. To create an earth wall, you need a high point going to a low point. Simply go to your terrain level field. Take note of where your little green arrows are. The arrow pointing to the side is pointing to where the other stick will be, so essentially that will be your first square. You want that first square on a high point. Run it down. Now if you see the red like this, that means that there is something that is going to error out on you, and it's not going to let you do that just yet, primarily because the dip is too big. From this point to this point, the range is not too bad, but once you go here, this is too low from its starting point. So simply back it up, double click to confirm, whip out that hoe, bam. Now you have the start of your earth wall. As you can see, this one is level, and you have your earth wall. Now remember the part that read it out on us. So since this area here is too low compared to this area, what you can do is you can start off at a lower point, about midway. You see it's green, and your posts are still brown or orange or whatever, and you can run it down. Now also, if you don't want it to go in a straight line this way, holding Q and E will move the line. It will not go through tree stumps. You have to take them down. Simply click and hoe it down. It's a hoe down. Now this is not as high as the first one, but what we're trying to achieve is to get this area a little bit higher so that it will accept us coming from a higher point. So you see now all this terrain is a little bit higher. Maybe it'll allow us to start from a higher point. Higher point. So you can see our posts here are still orange. That's a good sign. There we go. So do take note, at the top of the hill, at this point where the green is, that is the height that you will be terraforming. If you see, if we wiggle here, the posts do go orange, but it is now taking the height from the left side. We don't want that because we could actually lower the current terrain. We want to pull it back to a point to where this posts are orange. Click and rotate. Now do you have full line green? Accept. Bam. Now you can either, at this point, you do not have to finish all the squares. You can dismiss it if you'd like, or you can finish it. Now we have this nice pretty wall. Earth walling does take a while. You do have to play with it, but in the end, it is absolutely worth it. I like to double gate my earth walls. You build your earth wall, place down your gates, and then you clear this after the gates are placed. And that way nothing can slip from the sides and you have a clear path of getting through. Example of it is this one here. Well, I had to jump. Hold on. I can't walk by. If you cannot walk by, then an NPC cannot walk by. Like that one there, I walked by. That means this needs to be altered a little bit to make sure that the NPCs can't walk by. Well, the mobs. Little personal tip. Build you some towers at your gates so that your indestructible wall is defended by your archers. Combat and combat training for you and your NPCs. Train your NPCs as guards. Simply go build a barracks. Well, not technically simply. It takes a little bit to build a barracks. Once you have your barracks built, all you do is go to it and assign a person. That person will now use this station to train up their melee combat. Do not worry about your durability on your weapons, because inside the trading huts there is no durability loss while training. For you, simply come to the dummy and swing. As you can see, I got melee combat. That was like perfect timing. I couldn't have timed that any better. Same thing goes for archery. Simply, I don't have any arrows. Simply shoot the target and gain EXP. It's that simple. Also, same here. Assign a person that will come here, they will grab a bow and some arrows and come train with no durability loss. 2 quality of life tips, same bucket. First quality of life tips is roads. Roads give you a 90% reduction in stam loss for you and your NPCs. Placing them around your buildings and to and from your mine will help increase the speed in which things are done due to less stam loss. And the secondary tip is Chieftain Hut Sleep. This is the best sleep that you will get. Simply build you a Chieftain Hut, which takes forever. Lay down for a little bit, get you some Z's, watch the icon in the middle once that is completely done. look at the bottom of your health bar and you have the lightning bolt with lines, which is better than a lightning bolt, a normal lightning bolt. You will get the real well-rested bonus. Thanks for watching the volume 2 of ASKA tips and tricks. Come join us, more tips and tricks on the fly as we discover things as we play this game at a very fast pace and rate. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, and join me again trying not to die. Check out the videos on the screen, support the channel in the descriptions below.